Hi guys, this is Taylor and today I'm going to share with you my traditional spooky October TBR. Since I've done this every October for as long as I can remember, I usually try and have like a backlog of spooky books to choose from, but I guess my supply has been a little bit picked over. When I went to make my TBR this year, I really only found like 3 books that met the spooky criteria, so clearly we have work to do. The first book I want to read this October, and possibly the one that I will read first, is Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. Virtually the only thing I know about this is that it's a modern classic and it's about a spooky carnival. I've never even looked at the cover art too closely actually. Oh, it looks kind of bad. Well, this is off to a great start. I will say I was never really someone who was in love with Fahrenheit 451, specifically the writing style, so we'll see. The second book I want to read I actually am looking forward to, lo and behold, and that is Japanese Tales of Mystery and Imagination by Edogawa Rampo. This is a library discard that I willed to be discarded, literally. I was in the stacks one day and I saw this and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna add it to my Amazon wish list. And then a month later it was right on top of the discard pile and I was like, I made that happen. So Edogawa Rampo was, at least at one point, Japan's foremost modern mystery writer, so I have high hopes. I think Japanese literature in general does a pretty good job with things like psychological twists and turns, and the cover illustration looks a little bit strange and creepy, so high hopes. The last book on my October TBR is Pretty Monsters by Kelly Link. Kelly Link is one of the most beloved short story writers right now, I think. I've never read a short story collection by her, but I have read collections that featured stories by her, and hers were always the standout pieces. Obviously it looks spooky and autumnal. It sounds spooky and autumnal. It contains stories about aliens, unhelpful wizards, possibly carnivorous sofas, a handbag with a village inside it, dueling librarians, pirates, a boy named Onion. It just sounds perfect, honestly. And those are the 3 books that I found, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask for recommendations. Not necessarily for this October because I think it's kind of last minute, but anything you think I would like that fits the bill. As you probably know, I don't read horror, I don't want to read Stephen King, although I know he does other things than horror, but you know what I mean. So yeah, totally send your spooky book recommendations my way, because apparently I have exhausted my reserve and that is disheartening. But until next time, see ya, bye!